Luck is when preparation meets opportunity, when competition meets community, working in unison. Unity.
Boosted RC, Lucky 13, we are the culture. Build it from the ground up for us, it's about hustle. Sunday afternoons, check a flag side bets, it's a culture. Over at Lucky 13, it's a big culture. Boosted RC is the culture. RCs are the culture. Now you're racing at the track, it's the culture. Building it from the ground up, it's the culture. It's a family, it's a big old community. See, Lucky 13 is more than a name, it's a lifestyle. It's what brings a lot of people joy for a lifetime. We don't do no talking, everything's on the table. And when it comes to our track, see, it's pretty stable. Yo, we win it all day, and then we win tomorrow. Drag races, dirt ovals, how you wanna follow. We making our own gas just to make it special. If you ain't trying to build it from the ground up, then why be ghetto? Come to Boosted RC for your performance parts. You need a car built from scratch, we can pick you up. We can tune it, paint it, set it up for you too. You don't even need an engine to come in the crew.
When I ride with my crew, we move like a team. Boosted RC, but from the ground up like me. When I ride with my team, we move like a crew. Boosted RC, really built up from the.
This ain't your everyday get together, but if you ever come through, just stay humble for better. Every Sunday afternoon at the track, I never met you, but if you ever leave me behind, we ain't better. Looking at the people around me like I got family ties. Boosted RC's like a family that loves to unite. Everybody has a role to play, so let them shine bright. Take as much time as needed so we get it right. Looking at this old car I got in my shop, $50 turns to $500 in some hours time. Paint jobs on my car so rather like the summertime. Boosted RC is more than a brand, it's an enterprise. Love is when preparation meets opportunity, when competition meets community, working in unison, unity.
When I ride with my crew, we move like a team. Boosted RC, built from the ground up like me. When I ride with my team, we move like a crew. Boosted RC, really built up from the. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity, when competition meets community, working in unison. Unity.
Boosted RC, Lucky 13, we are the culture. Build it from the ground up for us, it's about hustle. Sunday afternoons, check a flag side bets, it's a culture. Over at Lucky 13, it's a big culture. Boosted RC is the culture. RCs are the culture. Now you're racing at the track, it's the culture. Building it from the ground up, it's the culture. It's a family, it's a big old community. See, Lucky 13 is more than a name, it's a lifestyle. It's what brings a lot of people joy for a lifetime. We don't do no talking, everything's on the table. And when it comes to our track, see, it's pretty stable. Yo, we win it all day, and then we win tomorrow. Drag races, dirt ovals, how you wanna follow. We making our own gas just to make it special. If you ain't trying to build it from the ground up, then why be ghetto? Come to Boosted RC for your performance parts. You need a car built from scratch, we can pick you up. We can tune it, paint it, set it up for you too. You don't even need it.
Hi guys, this is take one. We obviously have no clue what we're doing. This is Lucky 13 After Dark. And what we're going to do is we're going to do race recaps of every race here at Lucky 13. And then other races that we attend as well. We plan on going to the Nitro Series, or the Minnesota Series. And, you know, Lakeside, Skyview, Rick's, you know, all the locals as well this summer, and we'll do follow-ups every night unless we suck, which is entirely possible. But this is Cole. This is my son. He's a transgender sheep that identifies as a camel. So he is co-host. This is my redheaded stepchild, Colin Olson, also co-host. Say hi, guys.
Hi.
Hopefully you can hear them. We again crash course on what we're doing here, and we had 3 microphones, but the software only lets us use 2, so we're kind of riding the struggle bus already here. But yeah, so in this podcast, there's no politics and no BS. We're just going to say it the way it is. We're going to try not to offend anybody, but there's things sometimes that need to be talked about, and for the greater good that will help racing programs everywhere, not just here. So Right now, we're currently sponsored by Boosted RC for very clear and obvious reasons, and RC Race Pass as well. So, I guess we've got kind of a long list of things here. We're going to try to keep it 10 to 20 minutes for each podcast because we know you're all old and need to go to sleep. So, RC Race Pass, we want to talk about that quick. We wanted to streamline the sign-up process and make it easy for people with families. That's one of the things. We have family discount here at our track, and I know a lot of other tracks do as well. So it just wasn't easy to do that with other softwares out there and other programs. So we generated the RC Race Pass program, and it's working super, super well. So if you race at Lucky 13 to sign up, you just go online, you set up an account with you can even link it to your Google account. Use PayPal, credit card, whatever, pay for your racing, you show up and you race. You don't even have to come and look at me, which is really great for you. Yeah, other than that, so that's what RC Race Pass is. It's a big part of our program, and it's really streamlined the starting of the day for Collins used it for signing people up. And I mean, we got 110 cars today, and I had everybody entered in like 20 minutes. So it really helps. So, we're going to talk about the race day today. Cole and Colin are going to kind of take it away here and see and talk about some things they saw and some good racing. So go ahead, guys.
First of all, what we saw. Let's see here. First of all, what we saw, really, really good sportsmanship today. It was, just phenomenal. You can't ask for anything better than that. There's a few people that I'd like to shout out for today. The first one is Kinzer. I've never seen somebody marshal so much in my life, and he did such a good job. Some people would even say he's a better marshaller than he is a racer.
Wow. Poor Kinzer.
Yep, pretty much. His dad would say the same exact thing that I'm saying right now.
Not to his face.
Not to his face.
What did you see out there? I know I stunk up the joint pretty bad in open sprint. You guys had some notes here for races that stood out. What were you seeing?
Travis Tuma went 3 for 4 on wins today, and it was his birthday, so that's a pretty good birthday if you ask me. For the people that liked or disliked us going to Roar, if you go back and watch the Midwest Mod race, that was a great example of what the Roar motors do for us. It was side by side all day, all the way through the pack, first to last. It was great racing. It wasn't really anybody's race, and it was close all day, both heats and the mains. That was great racing, and that's why we did it. I know it costed people money. It wasn't ideal, but if you look at it now, I think a lot of people appreciate it more than they realize.
I would agree. The Midwest Mod race, it stood out like a sore thumb. You had a little bit of extra speed, but you were scrubbing literally nothing in the corner. You were nailing it every single time, and I think Cole would agree that's where your little tiny bit of extra speed came from. It wasn't a motor situation at all.
Yep.
Street stocks, I think because the cars are all so different, you still see it. They're all pretty even, but there's a couple guys that just get around the corner so much better that it's you can still see the standout guys are quite a bit faster. Yeah. Late model, maybe not so much. It definitely made the racing better, and there's no one or two people that are just killing everybody down the straightaway. But the Midwest Mod was fun to watch. You guys were redlined. You really were.
Yeah, there was no outgunning anybody on the straightaway.
No.
It was who got through the corner better. At the end of the day, I had to lift about 10% of throttle to make that corner, where I think we all know Midwest Mods just like to push like a dump truck. So the fact that thing cornered was the only edge I had on anybody all day.
All right, what else did you have there, Cole? Cole had all kinds of notes here. He writes in Hebrew though, so I don't know. What
I honestly can't even read what I put here. But I got a big congratulations to Junior Green. He got his first ever win in Spec 305 Sprint today, which is a pretty big accomplishment since he just started racing.
Yeah, Junior was fast all day in all of his classes,
yes, he was.
He got the win, and and there's a lot of cars in that class, so good job, Junior.
Yeah,
and he was early to a race.
Yeah, he was early to a race. He was the first one. I don't know for the people who don't know Junior, but that's impressive.
And then next here, I really, really hope that my grandpa gets to see this. He kind of
He's in bed.
he was sleeping about 3
It's
hours
like
ago.
8:06.
Jason Russell with the biggest upset in RC racing history in two-wheel short course late model. He beat my grandpa and Dominic and Kelly today, which
In the end, it was a good race all the way through, but in the end is when he made the pass for
Yep.
the win. It
Yep.
wasn't. He didn't run away with the race at all. That was an entertaining race to watch.
and then next one here, we have the 13.5 late model A main. Kyle, I know you're watching this. I love you very much. You got all those win stickers on your car, and you can't just give me one once. Just feel bad for me, please. But Kelly Roberts, Colin actually just sold him his old 13.5 late model.
Friday.
And he beat Colin today by, let's see how many laps here.
You have enough fingers?
He beat him by 28 laps. I don't really know if I have to say anything else about that besides Colin is an idiot.
Does Colin suck or is Kelly that good?
Kelly's definitely that.
I think it's
Kelly's
a little
good.
bit of both since Kelly got the boosted sponsor that I've been giving him.
Oh, is that what it
He
was?
became a lot faster, so he can thank me for that one. Then also, we got Nate Sherman, who came out in third place. I mean, he's been having trouble with that car, but with a little bit of help from Kyle today, he really starting to get that thing going around the corner and driving so much better than it was before. It's honestly great to see things like that happening.
So that's an assault.
Yep.
That's an assault.
Assailant?
An assailant.
Yeah, an
Yep.
assailant.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Nate had never built an oval car, period. And I love GFRP. We run all GFRP, but if you've built one and I'm sorry, the directions suck if they exist. And there's a lot of things. There's screw lengths. There's a lot of things that maybe aren't quite right in them. And so he struggled with that. He struggled with the ball diff. Huge learning curve there. Now he's got a gear diff in there, I believe.
Yep.
That probably was a huge help. But to come from just struggling every week to put it in the top three
From the B main.
From the B main, that's pretty impressive. So good job, Nate, for sure.
Another thing that I like to point out is the two people that are affiliated with this track are the ones that got last place. That was me and Colin with the DNFs here today. I really don't want to talk about that. Feelings were hurt, and I may have had to cry on the way to Eau Claire when we got food after the races. My dad had to calm me down, pat my back, and just make me feel a lot better because Kyle really hurt my feelings today. Thank you, Kyle.
Well, Kyle, in Cole's defense, I mean, you kind of mowed him on the way by. You were gonna pass him no matter what, but you did turn on the lawnmower blades and just kind of send him into the infield. So it just added insult to injury there with his body flopping all over the place. So what else you got?
Last one, we got the 4x4 short course late model race. This class, I don't really know what to say about this class. It was once a really, really fun class, and it still is a lot of fun, but it's just, I don't know how to put this. It's like a turkey on meth, okay? You don't know what's going to happen or if you're going to die.
Today it was good. Today it was probably the best four-wheel late model race it's ever been.
Yep.
It was pretty clean. Decibel wise, it was maybe like a 120 decibel instead of the 150 that it normally is. I won, so I feel pretty good about it.
I mean, we didn't have a monitor fall on the ground today, so it couldn't have been that rough out there.
Yeah, when I wasn't here, when I was in Florida, the monitor that's over to my left fell off of the counting stand when one of the four-wheel late models hit the wall. So that was impressive. That cost us the monitor. But yeah, we struggle with that class. This track's small. So being honest, again, that's what this podcast is all about. We actually at one point voted that class out. We were going to cancel it, but just sheer car count, we couldn't. And it's definitely gotten better. A lot of people have really figured it out. Tyler is fast. Amish's car is fast, and if he can start putting together some laps, he's gonna be a problem. Guthrie is super fast. Horman is always fast. There's a lot of really fast guys out there, and they're figuring it out. They're getting their cars to work, so we're all running roughly the same speed, and that helps tremendously. So obviously the White Ninja's fast. So he's a blind.
Don't
you know, like
lie.
a blind squirrel.
Don't
Yeah.
lie to him. Jason, I know you're watching this.
Jason's
I've
definitely
said this to you
watching.
many times. You're not fast, okay? I love you very much, but you're not fast, Jason. Get rid of the four-wheel short course late model.
Wow.
But another thing that I really wanted to point out here was Amish had the fast lap in that class, a 3.939. And my dad here won the race with a fast lap of a 4.118. So if Amish was able to put a few more laps together, he could 100% blow the old guy over here out of the water.
Oh yeah, no, Amish is going to be a problem. I mean, he puts together some laps, gets that consistency. That thing's bad fast. And honestly, I don't know what he's running for a motor, but that thing was pulling a wheelie, you know, at about halfway point down the straightaway. That thing is just nuts. So
We know you have a fifth scale motor.
yeah, clearly
We can tell.
Yeah, clearly a nitro
can tell.
motor, like a big old fifth scale motor in there or something. I don't know, but
I heard two-step at one point.
if you see some commotion here, it's because Oakley, Colin's dog, is in here trying to unplug everything. So
He's been close a couple times.
yeah, he almost unplugged everything a second ago. So anything else as far as the racing for today? You guys want to talk about? I haven't gotten any much for. I did get one comment here. Let's see here. Turkey on meth. That's nice. Tanner says, "What about the A-Mod sportsmanship when everyone stopped after a crash?"
Yep, that was epic.
Okay, I
That-
didn't see that.
That's kind of what we thrive for here. I know there's a lot of people that have made comments about that's why they come back every week. I feel like sportsmanship don't really get much better as far as club racing. I mean, everybody who comes here for the most part is very good about sportsmanship and driver's etiquette. Everybody gets to be a hothead every once in a while, but I feel like people do a pretty good job here.
I would agree. Yeah. And today, honestly, I mean, I had some frustration in the sprint car race, and I hope I masked it pretty well. I
Better
broke
than
3
I
turnbuckles
would've.
today, so I was about done with open sprint today. So James says, "How about those low C NASCAR heats?" You know, I struggle with that class. You guys, I always want to split them up and run 5 or 6 of them at a time. And you guys all argue with me and want to run 9, and I get about a 70% of you are happy with it, and 30% are not terribly impressed with it. It's fun to watch, but it is chaotic when you put 10 NASCARs out there. You guys want to discuss that at all?
I mean, me and Colin raced together on the same car. I was steering and he was throttle, and it was honestly some of the most fun that I've had racing RC cars in a while. I mean, I would just get side by side with people, and me and Colin had a super slow car, and I would seriously just door the piss out of them. Like, zero care in the world. It was terrible.
Yeah,
it was like
bad.
watching my grandpa race. That's how bad it was.
And we won it.
And we won
and
it.
they won it. So
Yes.
yeah, this was about a month ago. One ran the throttle, one ran the steering with the same remote. So from the wrong angle, I want you guys to visualize what this looked
Don't
like.
visualize it. No.
From the angle I was at, it did not look great. The remote was down at about hip level. It was you can run with that one, but yeah, it was bad, but it was entertaining because they did end up winning that race, and I think there was 15 of you out there that
was a
time.
lot.
It was so
So,
bad.
yeah.
At the end, me and Colin were probably in last place. And Tyler Gady, if you're watching this, watching you get mad about those little NASCARs is probably the highlight of my RC racing career. I mean, I can't drop F-bombs on this or what you were saying, but we need to get a camera on you at all times when you're here.
Yep.
There's not a dull moment. I
Permanent
mean,
camera.
it's great. We went from last place to first place because you got taken out by laugh traffic. You literally took out everybody with you, and it was great. I appreciate you and everything you do. I really do.
Oh, all right. Well, I think that's about enough for the race recap for today. We'll move on here. The track today was excellent.
It was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, there's not a lot of days where the track gets better at the end of the day. I mean, usually it slowly dries up at the end, but today, Chris and Senior just kept it dialed. I mean, it's never been this fast before, if I'm being completely honest. It felt so good. You literally can't ask for anything better than what we got today.
So the biggest factor today was that it was 50 degrees outside, so the heater wasn't on in here.
Yep.
With, whatever, 70 bodies in here, we don't even need the heater. So with that said, the track didn't dry out, but they've been here 2-3 hours a day every day. picking the track, watering the track. I mean, Senior literally covers it. I wish that you guys could see it right now, but he covers the track and then he sweeps the plastic so it is perfectly tight down on the track. Like it's insane, and they're killing it. They scrape off the black every week, so every week we get to start with a fresh surface. Again, watering it, and the stuff they do. I mean, we should post more videos of how they actually get the track this smooth, this grippy. But it got better as the day went on. A lot of people did start to traction roll a little bit, but I think people will realize that if the track is this consistent every time and it gets better, they'll realize they got to change their setups.
Yep.
And keep up with it.
Yeah, most people just don't realize how much work they actually put into this track.
Yeah.
I mean, there's me who just sits at the hobby shop sleeping all day, doing absolutely nothing. I mean, Colin, he's just here. I mean, just doing his own thing. And my dad, who does absolutely nothing.
Right.
I mean, kind of just
I
a
do
waste of
nothing,
space up here.
No, they put in a lot of hours. So thank
Yep.
you, Chris, and thank you, Senior, for that. We'll move it along here. So we're going to do a couple segments every week. One is the Becker Windshield and Glass Honorable Mention of the Day. Somebody that stood out for multiple reasons. Today, we all agreed was Chris Musty. He volunteered marshal. I don't even know how many times. Even when we didn't ask for marshals, he was just marshaling. That was huge. But I saw him on the track. I don't even know the incidents. I can't recall exactly, but multiple times where he would get into somebody or there would be an incident and he would just stop. He'd wait for the other person to get going. That's huge. I saw multiple times. One, I believe, was his B-Mod. It's the white car with the skull in the front. It kind of stands out, but again, that was awesome to see. Great job, Chris. Glad to have you here, and hopefully you keep coming back. Second segment, Sleep Racing Hero Marshal of the Day, obviously, was Princess. That's Kinzer Hansen. Again, he literally just sat in the infield for a while playing on his phone. He'd stand up and marshal.
He was seriously laying down in the infield.
Yeah. It was great to see. So we appreciate that. So a couple really quick things. We're going a little bit long here, but that's all right. We are a club. We're called Midwest Wisconsin Radio Control Car Club, and we had a couple changes over the last week. So we just wanted to go over that with you guys. Cole is now the new president, which I think everybody can agree is he's a great addition. I am the treasurer along with my wife, because let's face it, I am terrible with money, so that would be foolish to make me the treasurer by myself. The vice president and marketing director is Armand Love, and he was going to join us today, but we're learning all this stuff, and we just wanted to keep it simple and just do it with us today. The secretary is Colin Olson, and that's about it. So if you guys have any questions about anything, you can get in touch with any of us. Hopefully, mainly Cole, since apparently he's the boss now. We were talking about the Roar thing. We'll talk about that really quick because we'll try to get this wrapped up here. But what it actually takes, a lot of people ask, what are we checking? What are we looking for? And I know you're not asking so you can cheat. You're asking just to know, because we take your motor and we go in a strange room in a different building, and you don't know what we're doing with it. So we don't take it apart. We don't do anything that way.
Tag that one. You gotta tag that one.
Which one?
Right there, yeah. Matt's.
Cole for President 2028. That's nice. Yeah, we'll throw that up on the stream. That's Matt Hinsman. He paints decent bodies.
Overpriced, if you ask me.
I could say that because I've been friends with Matt since, I don't even know, long time. So, but anyway, so what we do, we take your motor. It's wintertime, so they're all cold. We put them in a brooder. We get them up to 77 degrees exactly, and then we just check for resistance between each pole on the motor. Roar is nice enough to give us specifications. If your resistance is below that resistance, the motor's illegal. If it's above it, you're fine. You want to be as close to that number. You want to be as close to 0.001 as possible, negative 0.001. That's about it. We check the rotor. We visually look at them as well. We found 2 that were illegal so far.
Not very many.
So you guys are making it easy. The only thing we have trouble with is a lot of people don't realize their motors are not Roar motors. Yeah. If they're like 4 years old, chances are they're not on that list. So you can always go on Roar Racing. I think it's roarracing.com, and double check that your motor's on there, or just send us a message and we'll look it up for you. But that's what we do, and we tag it, we band it so you can't open it, and that's it. And it's helped tremendously with our racing program.
Yep.
Let's see here. We'll just get into the schedule. We've got the championship races coming up here in March, oval and off-road, and then we've got the thaw at the end of March, the oval, the big oval race. So check our schedule for that. You can just go on rcracepass.com. You can see the schedule. You can click on the events. You can learn more. You can see what it costs. All that. So let's see here. We are going to run the Minnesota series. So we want to bring it up, and we want to bring as much attention as we can to it. I know we're just a little track, but I think we can try to get some more people to go to it as well. But we are going to run that. Let me pull it up. I don't know if you guys can see it. I think you can see it. I don't know how blurry that is on your end. But the first race is actually at Skyview, which, is a great track. We raced there a lot last year. It's a lot of fun. That's May 16th and 17th. So, again, every time I've raced at Skyview, it's been low pressure, just laid back, very fun track, very big track, wide lanes, stuff like that. So we'll be going to all of these, and you can check that out on their Facebook page, the MNRC. Check that out, look at it. There's Loose Nuts, there's Full Throttle Raceway, Lake Superior RC Car Club, Rick's, and then it ends at the Southern Minnesota RC Raceway. So again, we're going to hit every one, and then we're going to do a recap after every day. So yeah, other than that, anything else you guys want to talk about?
If you go to Skyview, Trevor will make you run expert classes if he thinks you belong there. So good luck.
Trevor, let's see what your comment is on that one.
Even if it's your first time racing an 8-scale e-buggy, if you've raced anything else, you're expert.
Oh, that's too funny.
There's one person that comes right to name when I think about that. And, buddy, if you're watching this, it's you.
Oh, call it out the sandbagger.
Call it out, Mr. Sandbag.
Oh, he is on here, too. He's definitely watching. So, calling out the sandbagger. Really quick before we close, Joe talked about on the Rat Out of Talent podcast, Enduro that he went to, and it sounds like an absolute riot. I'm going to get through this really fast, but you get a kit at the beginning of the day. I think it was 4-person teams. You have to build the kit. If you build the kit fast enough, you get a little bit of track time, and you go run. And I think they did 6 hours, and it's awesome. You have 2-3 batteries. You swap out the batteries. You get 1 set of tires. Just a great thing. It sounds like an absolute riot. So we're talking about doing that here this summer on the oval with like a Tamiya front-wheel drive car, dirt cheap. Just have a blast with it. Have a big cash payout at the end. One other thing that we want to do. With the NASCARs, we're going to do the Boosted RC 600. You have to come into Boosted. You have to buy the car from us. You get a little special sticker that says Boosted RC 600. You have to buy the car, 2 sets of tires, and I think 2 batteries. Yeah. And it gets you an entry into the race. And I believe it was like $100 to win. But the kicker is it's 600 laps in our parking lot. And at a random time, one of the track crew is going to go turn a sprinkler on in the middle of the track. And it's going to start raining. So you're going to have to go in, pull in, and switch tires and put the rain tires on. So it's just a neat thing. In the rain, we'll probably stop, and you can switch your tires back if you want, whatever. Just something that we've been talking about. So we'll have more information on that. Anything else you guys have for us?
No.
Oakley, anything you got to say?
No. Got a lot to say.
We got a lot to say.
He's whining down there.
Yep.
All right, guys, it's past my bedtime. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next Sunday.